Once I embraced this fact, life just got easier and more enjoyable. I heard this quote before that said you could be the juiciest, ripest peach on the tree, and there's still somebody out there that doesn't like peaches. Brutal, but spot on. I am actually currently obsessed with this roasted seaweed. I don't know what they put in this, but I'm addicted, okay? I just feel like once you embrace the fact that you're not for everyone, it almost frees us. It frees us to show up in the world in the way that we feel called to show up. Because at the end of the day, no matter what we choose to do or don't do, the fact is that we can't please everyone. It's just impossible. And this might be an unpopular opinion, but I honestly believe that it's a disservice to yourself and everyone you love to not show up in the world in a way that makes you feel happy or joyful. Because the fact of the matter is, the world would just be a better place if everyone was able to show up in the way that they felt called to, or not how society has told us to show up, or how our parents might want us to show up, or whoever might have influenced or played a part in molding the part of you that is holding yourself back from joy, or from the full spectrum of joy. Have I lost you yet? If not, continue on, because I want to chat about this. I want to talk about what happens when we let go of the fear of what other people think, and when we let go of how things are supposed to feel or look, and we start to create our own version of what it's supposed to look like, how it's supposed to feel, and create our own path, regardless of if anyone understands it, likes it, or agrees. And that is the tricky part. But what happens when you do start to do this? I believe you become unstoppable. Once you really hone in on this, and I'm still working on this myself, it brings a level of feeling unstoppable. Like you get to really feel like you are in control of how you show up. It's not molded or impacted by what other people want. So it's like you get to step into this full sense of authenticity. You can truly show up and be yourself without constantly worrying about how other people are perceiving you. It increases confidence. Your confidence naturally grows when you're not constantly second guessing yourself or seeking validation from others. It gives you more freedom. It just like liberates you from the constant strain of societal norms and the pressures and expectations, which allows you to explore new ideas and opportunities. It can improve your relationships. Being authentic attracts people who are being authentic, and that can resonate with your true self, which I think can lead to more meaningful and deeper connections with other humans, which is a beautiful thing. It can enhance your creativity. When you're constantly living in this fear, it can kind of become a block to being creative and like creating your own unique ideas, because everything else is like coming in and influencing and impacting that. And when you can let go of that fear of the judgment and all of that kind of stuff, you can allow yourself to really step into what feels good and allow yourself to express in different ways and tap into your own uniqueness. Just allows your imagination to flow freely without judgment and brings out true originality. There's emotional resilience. You just become more resilient to criticism. This isn't to say criticisms do not exist when you stop worrying about if people like you or what they judge you on. The criticisms will still be there, especially in this online world that we live in. But when you let it just roll off your back and when you don't make it mean anything about you, you ultimately start to understand that other people's opinions don't define your worth as a human. And it doesn't impact like who you are. Someone else's opinion about you or a setback that you hit has nothing to do with you as a person or the value that you bring to the world. That feeling alone can be a game changer in your life. You just grow as a person. There's so much personal growth that can come from just embracing the fact that I'm not for everyone, and that's okay, and that's not a problem. And that doesn't mean anything about me as a person. It gives you the space to step out of your comfort zone, try new things. It just becomes easier to push those boundaries of your comfort zone when you're not held back by fear. So much of what we want in our lives is on the other side of fear, on the other side of our comfort zones. So when you can let go of some of that fear of judgment, it can allow you to really progress, really really see what you're made of, and to just discover more about yourself as a person. It can reduce stress and anxiety, because when you are in that constant cycle of
wondering what people are going to think of me. Oh my god, what if I wear this? What are people going to think of me? Oh my god, what if I make this video on this? What are they going to think of me?
You're just constantly consumed, sometimes by opinions that haven't even happened yet. Sometimes they're opinions that you're anticipating and judgments that you're anticipating that don't even actually happen. And we spend so much time in this space worrying about it, having it impact how we show up, how we're second guessing ourselves, and everything else that I've already mentioned. So letting go of that fear of their opinions and the judgment can just feel like a breath of fresh air and just relieve some of that anxiety and fear that you might be feeling because of that constant spiral that you're allowing yourself to continue in. I just feel like it allows you to show up in the world as a more empowered version of yourself. You get to take control of the narrative. You get to create your own path. You get to make the decisions based on what feels good to you and what feels aligned to you, not because this person will be upset if I decide that I want to try that. Like, that is not a way to live a happy, fulfilled life. Of course, there are certain circumstances where you want to take someone else's thoughts and opinions into consideration, but when you are letting it navigate your path in life and it's based off of fear, that's where I feel like it really crosses a line. Embracing that you're not for everyone empowers you to live life on your own terms, which ultimately can go on to inspire and empower other people. It ends up being this ripple effect when you can show up in the world in this authentic way that just feels so aligned to you, and you're not holding yourself back, and you're able to bring your true gifts, talents, and passions to the surface. That just has a huge ripple effect. Whether we can see it immediately or not, it has a ripple effect. How we show up, positively or negatively, has a ripple effect, and I truly do believe that. By embracing that you are not for everyone, it allows you to step into this space of fearlessness, because you're no longer scared of if they agree, if they like that, if they think it's dumb. You're no longer like being ruled by those thoughts or those fears or those projections, because people will constantly be projecting their own fears and emotions onto you. And so when you can kind of embrace that, okay, yeah, they don't like that, but this is what feels good to me, and this is what I'm gonna do, helps you develop a level of fearlessness, and it allows you to inspire others to do the same. I made the decision even though they didn't like it, and I'm still standing, okay? You can too. It just creates this ripple effect of positivity and empowerment and more people living in their aligned truth, which I think is just such a beautiful like circle of life moment. So let me know, have you been holding yourself back because of this mindset? If you're on a journey of embracing this, I would love to know the things that are working for you. Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing, and I hope to see you tuning into another video soon. Bye!